Welcome everyone to our Mother's Day special, where we have a special guest today. We have Mama Toons here with us today. You want to say hi to everybody, Ma?
Hi, everybody.
And you want to tell them, what's your name?
My name is Rita.
And Rita, you look very beautiful today for Mother's Day. And how old are you, Rita?
I'm 86.
86. Wow, you don't look 86. You look more like 72, 73.
I feel sometimes 92.
92? Oh, wow. And do you want to say anything to everybody out there that's watching?
I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Watch my son,
Me.
Tony Toons, at Chanel 15.
A happy Mother's Day to all of the wonderful moms out there. May your Mother's Day be way more pleasant than childbirth. And a special side-eye shout-out to all of the would-be moms out there who got abortions instead. And remember, Mother's Day is for moms, mothers, and mammies. Not for men in dresses. Your day was April 1st. I got a call at 3 in the morning. Hello? Hey, Tone, you asleep? Me? No, I'm skydiving. Why don't comedians take steroids? Because they need balls to get on stage. Well, it's almost camping season out there, folks, where you can spend a small fortune to live like a homeless person. 69% of Canadians think that the recent election should be investigated for fraudulent shenanigans. The other 31% drive alone wearing a mask in their cars. If your mom doesn't have a big old gift bag filled with other old gift bags, is she even a mom? I asked my mom if by any chance I was adopted. She said, "Why would we have chosen you?" In Canada, a liberal is just a conservative who hasn't been mugged yet. What's the difference between the government and a stripper? Strippers don't rig their poles. A young boy to his dad. Dad, what's polygamy? It's having one wife too many, he says. And so what's monogamy? Same thing. I don't always do wrong things, but when I do the wrongest of all the wrongs that have ever been wrong before. Why does sexual reassignment surgery only have 2 gender options? Social media has taught me a couple of things. First, there are some incredibly brilliant people in this world, and second, they are vastly outnumbered. Aw, you guys share a Facebook page as a couple. How cute. So, which one of you cheated? I remember this one time when I was visiting my parents-in-law, my mother-in-law asked me to set the table for dinner. I opened the fridge, and taped to the middle of the door was a risque picture of a lovely, slender, perfectly built younger woman. "Mom, what's this?" I asked. "Oh, I put that up there to remind me not to overeat," she answered. "Is it working?" I asked. "Well, yes and no," she explained. "I've lost 15 pounds, but your father-in-law's gained 20. A mom tells her young son to always use a condom when doing the deed and don't trust girls. The son replies, "But Mom, I'm only 15. The mom says, "Yeah, and I'm 30. The quickest way to double your money playing the lottery is to fold it in half and put it back in your pocket." It's hard to believe that I once had a phone attached to a wall, and when it rang, I just pick it up without knowing who was calling. It's amazing I'm still alive. A Jewish mom buys a new apartment, and she calls her son once she's all moved in and is gushing about what a nice place she has, and she invites him to come over and see it. Of course, he agrees, so she starts giving him directions on how to get there. Okay, so once you park, head straight through the courtyard and you'll see a buzzer for the apartments. Use your right elbow to hit 3B and I'll buzz you in. When you get inside, walk over to the elevator landing and use your knee to push the up button. Then use your left elbow to hit 3. I'm the apartment at the end of the hall. Kick the door a couple of times and I'll come open it for you. The son is understandably a little confused by these crazy detailed instructions. But Mom, can't I just use my hands for the buzzer in the elevator and to knock on the door, he asks. The mom pauses for a moment and finally says, Oh, so you're not bringing anything? I don't always tell Mom jokes, but when I do, she laughs. If you lose your khakis in Texas, it means you can't find your pants. If you lose your khakis in Boston, it means you can't get into your car. Mom, can I get a motorcycle? Do you remember what happened to your Uncle Louie? That horrible and awful accident that killed him? So you don't want me to buy a motorcycle then? No, you can have his. I know that it's tragic that the Wi-Fi isn't working, son, but let me show you a photo of Catastrophic Proportions from my childhood. I was heading to a job interview this morning when the shoelace of my stylish dress shoes broke. Now, most people would blame Donald Trump for this, but I know that it was actually because of climate change. Every guy thinks that every girl's dream is to find the perfect guy. Please! Every girl's dream is to eat without getting fat. A man with a huge problem. You see, at 43, he was still a virgin because he possessed a 25-inch penis. And after seeking consultations from all of the doctors in his entire city and being told that no one could help him, he started sulking hard and sobbing as he started walking towards his house. A homeless man sitting on the sidewalk notices his forlorn appearance and asked, Hey man, what's going on? What's wrong? Man, you see, I have a 25-inch penis and none of the doctors in town are able to help me reduce it to a reasonable and workable level. I know someone who can help, replied the homeless man. You see, I was once in your shoes and also had a 25-inch penis, and the doctors couldn't help me either. Then one day, as I sat at the lake pondering suicide, a frog came out of nowhere and hopped up on a lily pad. Started talking to me, and he said that if I asked him to marry me, that 5 inches would suddenly disappear from my penis. I know, it sounds absolutely absurd, but damn it if it didn't work for me. You should go and see him. So the man, all excited, goes to the local lake and sure enough finds the frog sitting on a lily pad. Okay, here goes nothing, he says. Frog, will you marry me? No, said the frog, and poof, 5 inches disappear from his penis. Wow, it actually works. Frog, will you marry me? No, replied the frog. Poof, another 5 inches disappears. The man now has a 15-inch penis and thinks if he could just lose 5 more inches, he might be able to take a woman to bed finally, or even make some money and star in a porn film. I'll ask just one more time and then walk away happy with a nice and manageable 10-incher. So he asked the frog one more time, Frog, will you marry me? The frog says, How many times do I have to tell you? No, no, no.